Twisty turns. Okay, so this isn't going to be a long video, but I just went online and I'm like looking, you're going to other sources, you're asking them what they think, blah, blah, blah. Every religion claims that they're right, but there's only one. Okay, obviously he's a Muslim. I've seen this guy a few times and other things. But here's what I really think is it's like with Christianity or believing in Yeshua or Jesus. I know people have said that Jesus is actually Hail Zeus or Jesus. It's Zeus. It's not Jesus. That is not his name. It's Yeshua. Some people say God's name is Jehovah, but they don't have vowels, so it's Yahweh because all of these things that we I knew that growing up even as a Jehovah's Witness, but they called him Jehovah. Anyway, the only thing about Christianity, the way I look at it, is it's it's a system where you're saved by grace. It isn't a works-based system. You're only saved by believing in him and putting your faith in him and trying to live in harmony with, God's laws. But so when I'm looking at what the Muslims are saying, they're saying, well, or whoever, different people have said that it's still believing in paganism because you got several deities. You got the main God, and then you got Jesus, and then you got the Holy Spirit. So, and I've also heard people say that, let's see, I've also heard people say that, what was it about Jesus? That Jesus said to no one has the truth but God. That you have to, no one does good but God. And he's not talking about himself. So I have to understand the context. I am still a student. I hope you all know this. This is what I choose to believe, but I have to understand it and I want to talk about it. And so if you're also wanting to learn and know these things, and I love interacting with all of my subscribers or people who leave comments. Sometimes it just becomes like this weird battle, or the person isn't humble enough, or they're too aggressive. I don't like to be talked down to or disrespected. I just want to have a nice conversation, and sometimes it gets heated and all that. I hate confrontation, but we live in a confrontational world, right? Everybody's trying to prove their point. Everybody thinks they're right. So we should be able to live in a free society where we can discuss anything. I mean, freedom of speech should exist, but it's as long as we can talk about these things, we should. So I don't know if I'm confusing things or if I'm not really making any difference, but I mean, I see things like this. This guy went from being a Muslim to a Christian. This guy's an atheist who I find out all this background stuff about him. When I was involved with thinking like an atheist, he's just a yucky person. But I think he was on a Lolita Express also. I've seen some Illuminati stuff behind him. Sam Harris. He's an interesting guy. He's an atheist too, but he has some, he's into meditation too. He does a lot of like the new age type of stuff. I think he's also like Illuminati. I think a lot of these high up atheists are basically, even I saw something about Richard Dawkins, that he's part of the Illuminati. So all of that stuff is really important for me to remember and to go back and look at, and why do they do this? But if they take things and out and add things, so somebody had commented about the fact that Francis Bacon wrote the King James Version or edited the King James Version or something, and he was a Freemason. These things are important. So if something has been taken out, we need to know why and what it was. I've had people talk about I should read the Book of Enoch. I've looked into the Book of Enoch. I watched videos on it. Some people think that that's more important than anything. Why did they take it out? It should have been part of the Bible to begin with. I mean, they were all books, right? And then they combined it, right? So it's a lot. And I'm trying so much. It's like when you wake up to all the deceptions out there, and then you start trying to put all these little pieces of the puzzle together. You wake up to the fact that you were born into a cult, connected to the Freemasons. They always believe they have the truth. They even call it the truth. So you got so much to work through and sift through and maneuver through. And I mean, I've been throwing things in my home away that are connected to anything esoteric. And even within the Muslims, they have, the sun and the moon and the star. It has a lot of esoteric, new agey stuff in it, but I don't know enough about it to actually, but I just see it that way. So anyway, I just gotta keep talking. This is my channel to help me grow. It's also to help others. It's to expose. It's to talk, share your thoughts. This is not about hating anything. This is trying to figure things out, wanting to do what's right, seeing the deceptions, and being on the right path. So I believe I'm on the right path, but if I'm worshiping some false god, it's like, that's not good. So, but I don't think so. Anyway, I don't know if I'm confusing you guys more or making things worse, but oh, and look what's on the clock right now. Yay, 333. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.